I would say that around 80 to 90% of the Chinese New Year forecast, the Zodiac forecast, they are from us. So
wow.
we actually share this content. We don't ask for any fees, but it's more of like educational and we want to make it accessible.
What's up, and welcome to another episode of the KopiBros Show presented by Chit Chatter Podcast Network. Now, today, we had the very, very fun opportunity of talking to Clement Lim, who is a Feng Shui Master, running Kang Feng Shui. We invited him on because it's part of the Chinese New Year special, and he shared with us a lot of very, very interesting stuff. I told him it was such a refreshing experience to talk to a Feng Shui Master that talks about ideas in a very accessible manner. That is our age. I feel that I'm talking to a bro more than I'm talking to a Feng Shui Master. And most importantly, because it's a Chinese New Year special, he talked about what to expect for the coming year. So without further ado, before we get into our episode, a word from our sponsor. This week's episode of the Chit Chatter Podcast is brought to you by our amazing friends at Mandai Smoke Co, Singapore's go-to delivery-only smokehouse for Texas-style BBQ delivered straight to your door. They specialize in low and slow smoked meats like 12-hour smoked boneless beef short plate, juicy pork belly, and tender pulled pork, all with that bold, primal flavor from wood-fired pits. No shortcut. Sick of steamboat because you eat that all year round anyway? This is your sign to add Texas flair. Trade standard pork for smoked pork belly and roll into the new year with some boneless beef short plate right now with Mandai Smoke Co. They are open for islandwide delivery every Saturday and Sunday from 10:30 to 8:30 p.m. For CNY, they will be specially open for CNY Eve dinner, Chu Yi and Chu Free delivery for orders above $150. Head to mandaismokeco.com now to check the menu and lock in your order. Once again, big thanks to Mandai Smoke Co for sponsoring this episode. Voila! And now, back to the episode. And welcome to another episode of the KopiBros Show presented by Chit Chatter Podcast Network. Now, today we have with us a Singapore-based Feng Shui consultant and second-generation practitioner who runs a long-running Feng Shui business founded in 1989 under the Kang Feng Shui brand, focuses on both residential and commercial cases, conducting on-site assessment and advising on layout and placement to enhance harmony, luck, and prosperity for his clients. Please join me in welcoming Master Clement Lim. Hello.
Hi everyone, my name is Clement. You can just call me Clement too.
No leh, my parents teach one like Feng Shui masters, right? 不管是什么资历, if you are a Feng Shui master, means you have to call you master. Yeah.
Well, I mean, as in, I'm okay with that. It's just that, you know, sometimes I do feel more comfortable if people just call me by my name. I'm okay with that. You know, like some of the clients actually just call me bro. You know, I'm fine with that as well. Yeah, as long as, you know, there is a 称呼, I think it's fine. Is
understand.
Respectful. That's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm very excited to have you on because your episode will be broadcasted on the eve of Chinese New Year. So we are actually interviewing you as part of our Chinese New Year special lah.
Nice.
Okay, and then before you came on, right, you actually tell me that this is your very, very busy period. So can you like just share like why are you so busy with this period?
We are all aware this is actually our Chinese New Year period, right?
Correct.
A lot of people will be very curious when it comes to how's my luck gonna be for this year. How is my office like? How is my house gonna be? And then a lot of people are buying the new houses as well, and then they want to find their auspicious direction, etc., etc. So they feel very anxious about you know, their luck for this coming year as well. And of course, I am definitely more busy than the previous years is because last year my dad actually had a heart attack. He's the first generation when it comes to Feng Shui. He founded this business. So in about 1 week he passed on, and so now I am actually looking after all the Feng Shui clients and to help them out as well. So it's definitely more busy than
more busy lah.
Yeah.
In a lot of businesses that I talk to, right, even the funeral industry, I learned that there is this busy period and like not so busy period. So is there a, like, besides Chinese New Year, is there like a really more busy period for Feng Shui?
In Chinese culture, right, a lot of people want to get married during the 8th, 9th, 10th and 12th of the lunar month. So these few months, right, will be very busy when it comes to wedding inquiries. Like people will be looking out for us and then to have a conversation about, okay, I'm getting married. Some of them, they actually do have some dates in mind already. They just want to know a traditional wedding flow, you see. There'll be a lot of discussion when it comes to, what to pay attention on this day. Is there any particular sectors which is the more of like the auspicious sectors for you to actually take note? For example, if let's say stepping into a house, right, as a married couple, there shouldn't be anyone who welcome you. That's the reason why they sound the horn and everyone have to hide somewhere, right?
Oh, yes.
Because some energy do clash and then bring a bride all the way in, etc. So there'll be a lot of discussion when it comes to during this period of time. Yeah, other than that, I mean, we are still relatively busy in some sense, whereby there will be people who look for us to calculate different services as well, like front door, their favorable front door entrance, because they are looking for property.
Am I right to also assume because my father told me that my name, my Chinese name, 我的华文名字是算命算来的. So do you all do that also?
Yeah, we do name analysis as well. So we work with a system whereby all the number of strokes and how the words, how the character is written is also important. The 三才五格 so-called, right? If your dad actually did for you, right?
Yeah.
By right, if we were to add the number of strokes for all the characters, it should be 吉 lah, which is auspicious.
Understand.
Yeah,
Yep.
because every number do have a meaning behind it as well.
Talking with Clement before he came on, I actually learned about you and your business when I was eating at this Sims Vista market lah, and there was like this, this 12 zodiac thing to say that this year the 运势, which zodiac is the top 3, which zodiac need to take care of, need to look after what. So I want to ask you, right, is this something that your business have been doing for some time? Because like Chinese, almost everywhere, almost every neighborhood I go, there's this thing one.
Yeah, so if you see a Cai Shen Ye, right, in the neighborhood, I would say that around 80 to 90% of the Chinese New Year forecast, the Zodiac forecast, they are from us. So
wow.
we actually share this content. We don't ask for any fees, but it's more of like educational and you want to make it accessible, because sometimes if you are eating, right, then after that just want to have like a walk, for digestion. Yeah, so you can just go and read about it. I think this is what Chinese New Year is all about, right? To have this festive energy, and then we put in some lucky colors and lucky numbers for them. Yeah. So it's accessible, more accessible for many, especially when it comes to the elderlies,
And it's very good marketing lah, because that's how I found you ma.
Thank you to the Cai Shen Ye also.
Yeah. Our interview, normally we like to start by asking you like origin story, how you become a Feng Shui master. But I would like to put that to the second part of the interview, because I think the first part, we have to address the elephant in the room, which is what is Feng Shui? Because to a lot of people, right, Feng Shui is just someone comes see, then you put this here, put this there. So can you give us a like beginner's version of like what is Feng Shui?
Okay, so if I'm gonna just direct translate Feng and Shui, right, it will just be wind and water. So we look after when it comes to a space around us. For our studies, we do look at the Ba Gua, Ba Zai, and of course our own personal stars as well. So we will point out important sectors for individual. So we look into the stars, and then we see how the stars actually interact with one another. Some stars actually in some sectors do show signs of frustration. There's a lot of anger. So we just want to ease the particular sectors by suggesting, it can be as simple as having plants. Okay, placing a plant, placing a water fountain, or rather choosing colors as well, for their blinds and curtain. It's more of like energizing that area. And if let's say the area requires a lot of cures, it can really be as simple as using colors and of course favorable facing as well. So every one of us, we do have our auspicious facing direction. So which is pretty much about the Feng perspective, because it is relating to your favorable sectors, right? So meaning to say, if you are sitting in a more favorable sector, there'll be more opportunity. for
Oh.
growth. To understand the sectors, I think it can be as simple as, if let's say, for example, if you do have a knife pointing directly at you, or a sharp corner pointing at directly at you, right? So it does actually form some kind of a poison arrow, which is known as sachi lah. So when it comes to that, then we do offer some solutions. Maybe it can be also as simple as, okay, so since you're going through a renovation, then you can ask a contractor to actually round this corner so that it doesn't form like a sharp poison arrow lah.
What I understood from what you're trying to explain is that Feng Shui basically is about a bit like study of the stars, like literally is the
Yes.
universe 的那些星星, right? Where people
Mm.
like to say that you see the 星星, you see a horoscope, that kind. And
Yeah.
then sort of like how we and our energy sort of together with the 星星, how it's supposed to be a constant flow and how to say, more smooth kind of flow lah. And then if there is a not smooth kind of flow, how do Feng Shui masters like yourself come in and try to remedy that lah?
Correct. So this is what we will be doing. We look into their personal stars. We look into their particular sectors as well. There are some cases whereby it's very obvious, even client or anyone who is going or sitting in this particular spot, right, do actually feel very pressurized and they can't really think with a very calm mind all the time. Then we actually offer some solutions looking at the stars in their personal charts.
Very easy to digest, how to say, perspective of Feng Shui lah. Because I think a lot of times people always think of it as like superstition, or like this one, I pay money for what? Doesn't mean that I pay already confirm I will get good money or good what ma.
Yeah. I think the mindset when it comes to Feng Shui also do need to align to our beliefs as well, because as much as we want, we can't possibly be changing everyone's life. We will look into it, and then we offer genuine and honest opinion and suggestions, and then we share with our clients lah. And we hope that everyone do see some positive change in their lives as well.
Why do you think Feng Shui is relevant to Singaporeans?
I think Singaporeans, right, we do actually are living in an environment whereby we are highly stressed. I think honestly it's not easy staying and living in Singapore.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that Singapore is very, very safe, and we don't have wars or natural disaster, right? But when it comes to living in Singapore, it is actually costly. In terms of Feng Shui itself, I do actually hope to share some of the important sectors when it comes to boosting some prosperity energy, so that our clients can actually get more favorable luck in a way. Having them to understand their space. If let's say these stars combine to be very, very stressful, of course we want to highlight to them that, okay, this particular spot they are in now, maybe it is not so suitable for you. Maybe you will want to consider sitting somewhere else within this home or within this office itself, and maybe through that you will be able to feel less stressful.
So I think just now we covered a few applications of Feng Shui. I think one is house moving, right, or choosing a house.
Yes.
One of it is wedding. I think the wedding dates, and then when to 过大礼, all this kind of thing. And then the third that I have most commonly seen Feng Shui in is businesses, like 几时开张, 几时动土, this kind of thing. Right? What are some of the other applications of Feng Shui that you normally see your clients for?
Honestly, a lot of people look for Feng Shui, right, is that they all have already find some solutions. Meaning to say, for example, I do see many clients who are trying for baby. And they try for quite a few years, going to different doctors, going through TCMs, making a lot of adjustment in their daily lives. And then, but just no luck, you see. Then they try to look into their personal stars to see whether are there any like obstruction stars under the children aspect. Is there anything that we should know and we can do about it? That would be under the medical part lah. So same thing when someone is having a very bad health, right? And they have been looking for different doctors, trying to feel better and to recover. But then this health issues keep persisting. When it comes to feng shui, that would be one thing that we will want to point out to them as well. Are you sleeping in a sickness sector? If let's say is, how can we actually offer some remedies? Same goes. It can just be as easy as choosing a better color for yourself that suits you. It can be as simple as like praying to your ancestors, because
Oh, okay.
you believe in that as well, because in Hokkien we have this saying that 祖先应家孙, so meaning to say that
Oh,
ancestors
yes,
will
yes.
look after the
Mm.
future generations as well. Besides that, then we look into their personal styles to see whether are there any things that we can actually enhance. Are they actually sleeping in the opposite sectors that is favorable to the couple? Yeah, sometimes we
Understand.
will actually offer this kind of suggestions to them.
What do you think are some of the general tips you give for people when they look for a house? Because I think most people of my
Right.
age or the most people that are
Okay.
of our listener base are
Yes,
around the age looking for a house. Yeah.
before they actually engage our service, right? I will just share with them that actually, most importantly is you and your family, when you step into that house, feel comfortable. This is for resale, yeah?
Yeah.
So I usually will share with our clients to go and visit the property at least 2 times before you place your deposit. So one will be sometime in the daytime, another one will be slightly later at night. Why? Because you have to imagine yourself coming back to this property, right? In the
Oh, okay.
day and night, and you do feel comfortable and connected with the house. So before they pay for the service to look for their auspicious directions and all this kind of feng shui services, I will usually suggest them to bring along your children as well. Sometimes they will just share with you that, Mom, I don't feel comfortable. I don't like it. Or even like really young kids, right? Then they out of the blue they started crying. So these are signs that maybe that house doesn't really suit you guys. Then when it comes to BTOs or developments like condos, when they want to actually choose based on their bazi, then every one of us do have our auspicious directions. And then we can match it with the bazi of the owners. Then we make our suggestions from there.
Oh, this is so interesting. I never saw it
Yeah.
from that perspective before. To me, buy house 就是 buy house. I didn't know there's a difference between resale and like that kind of newly built houses, lah, right? Yeah.
Newly built houses, right? You won't be able to enter that house, right? You can only look at the development plan,
Yeah.
and then you will see whether I would want to choose which block, which one is not so near to the swimming pool or the court. Yeah. And I want to live further because I like peaceful and quiet. And you can go with that. When it comes to resale, they generally sellers are okay for you to actually visit the property more than once, right?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
houses are expensive in Singapore as well as a
Yes.
commitment. And I usually will share with the clients that it's important for you all to feel comfortable, stepping into the house.
For the general feng shui to be 顺, right? To be smooth. I think first yourself, your own feng shui, your own qi has to be 顺 also. Means you have to be okay
Yes.
with the house feng shui before you can even talk about like how do we make this whole thing like better and more smooth.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we have got clients who actually go through all the readings when it comes to the auspicious directions. 我一定要做南朝北，这个做北的话那是很好的。So they kept going around to look for 北的 houses, But then there will be some things, right, that doesn't just call out to them like, oh, that's not the one. And then when they go and visit another property, it faces the direct opposite. It can be like east-west kind. And they are also connected with the unit. So what's my suggestion from there on? I say that this unit actually call out to you and say that, come on, live in this property. This property suits you guys. And then we can make minor adjustment inside to actually add points within the spaces itself. That's my approach, and I think that would be quite important for people, and not to just stick onto feng shui advice, but you do need to be comfortable, most important.
Understand. So I think we can now move on to your origin story. And that is that like you mentioned, right, your dad was the original Feng Shui master that started the whole company. So I
Correct.
believe that when you were growing up, you saw him work, you saw him being a Feng Shui master. So I
Yep.
wanted to ask, like, what's your earliest memories of watching him work, and when do you first think that, oh, I also want to be a Feng Shui master?
Actually, I have never thought about like me being a feng shui master, because when I was young, I've been hearing like people calling him, 师傅 master, 我这边可以，我这边那边不可以. Then I'm like,
Oh,
how come people are asking this kind of questions and they can't make decision on themselves? I find it a little bit when I was around like 10 over years old. I started having more interest, especially when I'm having my holidays during my uni days because I was studying overseas, right? He sent me to Australia for school, and then whenever I have holidays, he'd be like, "Hey, come back, come back, come back. Don't stay there. Just follow me. Yeah, and be my chauffeur. And
Oh.
just after my consultation, then we'll go for a good meal. That's how it has always been during my holidays. I will be going around every day, spending time with him, going to different properties, being in the office, and just listen to him and our clients' interaction. Through there, right, started to like hear more of like clients sharing about how Feng Shui actually helped them and how does things like, oh, my kids are now 比较听话, and my business are growing. Then I'm like, okay, this is rather interesting, right? Like when back then they were not doing so well, and through some suggestions and Feng Shui help, it actually enhanced and helped them from there on. Then I started to read on my own, hear from him, and he will explain. So that's when I started asking, right? So 这个顾客你怎么样帮他嘞？ Thank you. 你就要看他的这一个宫格这个宫格来讲的话对他好，为什么呢？你看他的这个八字是这样子，所以这边的话呢是一个很重要的宫格。Yeah, so from there on, right, then things started to I actually grew more into Feng Shui. Slowly after that, I graduated and I decided to just work full time under him. I think when it comes to number of years, I think at least about 16 years that been full time with him.
I see.
Yeah. So that's how I grew more interest and actually go into this business.
Then my next question will be a very Singaporean question because Singapore is all about certification and like 你要做这个 you have to get license, you have to go to some school.
Right.
So how does one become a Feng Shui master? Like, is there a university of Feng Shui that you go to one?
Well, there is a university of Feng Shui, globally, but of course there are courses that people do go through and then they get certified. And then there will be beginner, there will be advanced courses that people do teach about Feng Shui. So for me, I don't actually have any other Feng Shui master, so-called, other than my dad. So through the everyday learning and spending time with him, I learn it under his wings. So this is actually through his teachings and through experience as well.
You not only have to step into your dad's shoes, you have to step into like the business owner kind of shoes, right? So what do you think is the hardest part about stepping into a business that already has your like dad's name and reputation on it?
My dad is a man with his principles, and then he's very, very 认真 when it comes to making sure everything is in order. I mean, this is an industry whereby our words actually has some weight. Our clients do take our advice very seriously also, hoping that they will see improvement in their lives. So I think when it comes to that, it is important to actually uphold this as well, ensuring that our ethics and our opinions are genuine and honest as well. So that has always been something that reminds me even like times like that, right? The sound that I've been hearing is 好好的帮这个顾客看他在辛苦，然后看他可以帮他。Yeah. Then this question this voice in me just keeps ringing every time when I were to speak to our clients and going to different properties to share my opinions.
I would believe that in the world of Feng Shui, a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on like seniority and like how experienced the Feng Shui master is, right? Yes. So how do you have to slowly like convince the customers to also trust you Or like, do you have to do something so that they also like, they see you as like also a master in your own right lah?
So for most of our clients, right, they have been with us for many years. Every consultation, every visit, I will be with my dad. There's no one else.
Oh,
We don't have any
okay.
other assistant. So
Mm.
we have been very familiar with one another. And of course, in the recent years, my dad's health hasn't been in a perfect state.
Mm.
So instead of him delivering, I have always been the one who actually share with our clients, going to their property as well.
Mm.
So I would say that when it comes to this transition, I wouldn't see it as our clients do prefer my dad over myself. Although there are people who has been with him for 20 over years, right? And they will miss my dad a lot,
Mm.
because my dad knows them since when they were very young, right? And now
Understand.
they all have their own family and all, and they have been talking to my dad. My dad really knows inside out of their family issues or their business issues and how he has helped clients along lah. Think that most of our clients still stick with us,
Mm.
even though it's a younger practitioner lah.
Your dad relationship with other clients is a bit from like your those like, hey, they call me bro also can. I would believe it's very different. I can't imagine your dad like, hey, 你叫我 bro 也可以. Wow, I can't wrap my head around that, yeah.
No. My dad would prefer to be called master or
师傅 lah, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just
I'm like,
about
I see your
me.
dad picture, I like, 他跟我讲叫他 bro 我都叫不出 I have to call him 师傅, yeah.
So, but he's an easygoing guy lah. That's
Yeah
why
lah, yeah
I
lah,
have
yeah
no
lah.
issues working with him, and I feel very comfortable with working with him as well. Yeah, I mean, we do have different views sometimes, especially when it comes to running a business, right? So I propose to him, but I still respect his views eventually, and that's why we don't have like arguments or like
Understand.
conflicts, like we will be like very upset at each other. No.
Ever since stepping into the business, right, what have you done? How about have you tried to carry on doing like what your father has did, and what have you done differently from him?
When it comes to the system and the ways of applying Feng Shui services, we are working with some theories that we stick very strictly to it. But when it comes to delivering it, I think the delivery part is different. Because he has his way of sharing with our clients, and I do have my ways as well. I do want to keep it simple and straight to the point. Yeah, and then for my dad is sometimes he can just sit with the client. I'm not saying it's wrong, it's just that he can sit with the client for about 1 to 2 hours, and just share with the clients everything that he knows. Yeah, and sometimes I feel like 可能这个有一点长了，那个时
Oh,
间是有一点点长了。
understand. Yeah.
Yeah, so that has always been with him lah. That's why our clients will be like, 哇，你懂吗？我很感恩爸爸这么耐心的是说是帮我。For me, I do touch on what I see as a major signs in their chart, and when it comes to the different spaces around them as well. So I keep it straight to that point, and then I offer my solutions based on what I know. Yeah, and for my approach now, I think it is more of like sharing out. So you can see that on our socials, right? I do a lot of feng shui related content that is
Yep.
really free for everyone to
Yep.
understand. I really do want to hope to share what I know and what are the things that people can do, right? Small changes, but effective changes, and then things will improve, in their lives.
I think for people of our age or younger, they do value how to say online presence where they can sort of see what you share about, what's your approach
Yes.
like, whether
Yeah.
you're comfortable talking on camera, this kind of thing. That actually makes a decision lah. As in, it's a factor of whether or not they choose you or go to another person. I feel lah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I agree with that.
What is one thing you would say that even till today, like about your dad or his teachings that you always ring in your mind and you try to keep to when you like consult or talk to your clients about?
Yeah, so like what I've shared, because our people come to us most of the time, right, is they have already tried to problem solve, but problem is still there. So they come to us and then they just want to have some guidance, right? So that's why I say that our words actually do influence them, and it carries a lot of weight. So I think ethics is actually very, very important. 跟顾客讲的东西, it has to be honest. That's why I like to actually share with my clients, right? This is what I know looking at the stars. This stars is not very favorable. Why? Because it's influenced by inauspicious stars. With AI technology now, with Google, with ChatGPT, you can go and read up about it.
All right.
Understand about it. I will share all this very openly with my client, so that they are aware as well and they are aligned so that they can do their own research as well and to see whether what I share actually is true. I think this ethics part is really important in our business by being honest and share what you know and what is truthful. It will be helpful for our clients.
I think we can now move on to the last segment, which is talk about the Feng Shui for the upcoming year of the horse, which is the 2026 new year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did some research and
good.
yeah, and they say that this is the year of the fire horse. So can you first give our viewers a general overview of the Feng Shui for this year of the fire horse?
Okay, so when it comes to 2026, if you were to read on all the articles, right?
Yeah.
It is actually 丙午年. So anyone who is born after Li Chun, right, which is on the 4th of February at 4:02 a.m. to be exact, because the exact Li Chun timing actually kickstart from 4:01 a.m. at 51 seconds. So baby who is born after that, okay, which is 4:02 on 4th of February, right? They all born under 丙午年. So 丙, right, is actually a heavenly stem. Okay, it's quite easy to also understand why is it a fire horse, because 甲乙, okay, which is the previous years, right? It's actually 乙巳, which is the wood. Okay, so when it comes to this year, 甲乙丙丁嘛, a lot of us will know, 甲乙丙丁. So now and now this year we are actually in 丙午. So when it comes to this heavenly stem of 丙, right, it's actually fire. And when it comes to this 午, 子丑寅卯辰巳午, so this 午 falls under the fire aspect as well. The whole energy when it comes to 2026 means that we are all surrounded by fire. What's on top of that is that we all have this universal energy. So this universal energy, right, is known as period. So besides this 丙午年, we are all actually now in period 9 Feng Shui. Period 9, right, actually is a period from 2024 to 2043. Every period is 20 years. All right. So this 20 years cycle, right, is Li Huo Gua, right? It is also fire. So in
火上加火.
火上加火. So you can see like nowadays people are more tense up.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of energy relating to like potential wars, tension, people killing after people, like they have got conflicts and then they tend to like stab, killing people. Yeah. And these are all the tension energy that we see. Important for us to translate this fire, right, into our own emotions. Like keeping ourselves calm and grounded is actually very important when it comes to going through a fiery cycle.
It's a fire on top of a fire cycle.
Correct. So that will actually affect a lot of our mental. So I do actually sometimes, in Feng Shui complex, in our complex, we have got so many other businesses who are also into Feng Shui, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we bump into each other, So friends in the same industry, we have been chatting sometimes, and then we all come to a conclusion that most people actually now are very, very stressed. Period 9 energy, right, when it comes to the fire energy, is really affecting a lot of people. That's why my sharing with our clients is always that you do need to find your own outlet. Some people just watch a comedy show and then they feel so much lighter. Some people just have a good night's sleep and then they feel happier. The outlet that you're comfortable with, and then it makes you happier and lighter as a person, right? It's very important for you to be aware of that and find that balance.
To carry on the tradition, what is the top 3 zodiac and what is the the 3 zodiac that need to be more mindful of the upcoming 2026 one?
So, but before I share on this, right, I just want to once again share that take this as a guide, yeah? It's not like
Okay,
every
yes.
ox or every dragon and every horse, right? These are actually classified as the top three under my studies. And then it's not like everyone born under this zodiac will thrive in 2026. Don't just come after me and say that, hey, come on, I thought you said ox will be under the top three. Why am I not receiving the favorable luck? So that is actually just one out of the four pillars. We have got four heavenly stem and four earthly branches, right? That determines our four pillars, our 八字. So this sort of prediction actually comes about when it comes to just one aspect, okay, of that zodiac only. So we study the stars and then we come about to see whether the general
Zodiac group lah.
Zodiac group, when it comes to the energy point of view, whether is it pointing towards positive or there should be more cautious and be aware particular year. So my top three zodiac that I rank would be ox, dragon, and horse. Okay, because they are all guided by strong supportive and benefactor stars and have recognition as well. So I think it's important, right, to work hard and then be recognized. Bottom three, I actually rank rat, tiger, and monkey because they are actually more emotionally drained.
Understand.
In terms of health as well. So that's something for me to actually share in my zodiac analysis, right? To actually pay more attention to certain areas in their lives.
As a year of the lamb, I should be okay because I'm somewhere in the middle. Shouldn't be. At least I'm not the bottom three lah.
Correct. So you're good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be average wealth luck.
Okay, so then let's say for people, right, that are worried about like that because they are part of the bottom three in the zodiac, what are some of the general things or how can they change their fortunes for the year besides booking a consultation with you?
Yeah, besides booking a consultation with me, right? So I think it is important to also know that there is a Chinese system that actually we work with and then we share with our clients as well. So in Chinese we do say 一命二运三风水, right? Do you know what's after feng shui?
No.
It's actually marriage, 功德.
So
that actually is a top 4 Chinese system in terms of ranking because we can't actually change our destiny, which is our ming, right?
Yeah.
And luck actually follows right through, which is the personal stars. And feng shui will be understanding the space to actually add auspicious energy and to actually add certain cures if you are not in positive energy. And right after that is actually marriage. So I do share with our clients to build marriage not expecting anything to, it's not like, okay, now I go and donate, make a donation and then something happen. A good thing will happen, right? Expect a good thing to happen. But build on marriage parts because I do believe that there is a cycle that we all go through. So 功德 is something not just money aspect, but it can also be help. So if you see someone who is feeling very down, you can just use your words to encourage that person, and if you see someone need help to cross the road or, carrying really heavy stuff and they offer some help, this is also known as marriage as well. So marriage is one thing that I do believe that it can enhance our luck one way or another because what goes around comes around. I do believe in that.
Am I right to assume that sometimes even though our luck is very bad, right? But if we always are in our heart is in the right place, we do all the good. Actually, how to say the luck and the feng shui, it's only a matter of time or only a matter of flow when you will come back to you and when you will come back and benefit you lah. Yeah.
Correct. So there is a Chinese saying called Feng Shui Lun Liu Zhuan, right? We also go through up and downs in life as well. Well, we have problems as well. I wouldn't say that, every Feng Shui masters, 会顺风顺水 as much as possible lah. But when we are down, we are hoping to be supported by benefactors lah. Like people who come to us and say that, hey, Clement, I have got some experience in this, I can help you out. Then this is something that we are hoping that to receive to actually tie through a tough period.
Could you share with me a memorable story or interesting client story that you have?
Maybe I'll share about the romance part because I do have this client, right, that the parents has been with us for many years. And the kids have grown up, right? The daughter actually have been single for a while and are all ready to mingle. But then just that there is no luck when it comes to this aspect. So when it comes to that, right, she was like, I'm not too sure whether under my personal chart are there any obstruction stars. And then when we looked at it, that was quite a few years back. So when we looked at it, we were like, actually you do have some romance energy though that is circulating around you, because this is a cycle of your marriage and relationship. We did some suggestions, and then we enhanced the relationship sector. And a few years later after that, right, she shared with us that, hey, I actually really found, a boyfriend. And it's
Wow.
actually my colleague, that we are in the same team. It's just that there wasn't any sparks back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she shared with us, and then of course the parents thank us as well, because they have been our long-term clients, right? A very long-term clients. And they eventually got married, and then now they
Oh.
have a kid. Yeah.
Wow. So no need Tinder and all this. Actually, we can just do a matchmaking with Feng Shui. I think that would be fun though.
Yeah, Tinder too actually approached us, a few years back.
Oh, interesting.
To actually share about like auspicious colors, Zodiac, I remember, like pairing
Okay.
with Zodiac, and certain timing to swipe.
Oh, that is damn interesting. I would love to
Yes,
see a mass dating or a matchmix, not say matchmake, like mingle session done by Feng Shui, like
that'd be
what
good.
the timing or like the same stars, the stars align 这种 then 互行互补 this not 互行互补 is that the right word to
Okay,
use?
you set it up,
Yeah.
and then I'll be there.
I think I don't know why it's just a very relaxing thing to talk to you. But we have to end the interview somewhere, and we like to end with a round of quick-fire questions. The first question is, if you were not a Feng Shui consultant, what would you be doing?
I think I'll be in sales, because
Sales?
I like to. And then like my wife, she has been saying like ever since we got to each other, how come you can just talk to anyone, even like the taxi uncle, the auntie in the lift. How come you just like to talk so much? Sometimes she thinks that I talk too much. I think, yeah, sales very much I'll be doing sales.
One item you see in Singapore homes that always make you shake your head.
I would say that is a spot, especially when it comes to the toilet. Okay, because I do see like many homes, right? They have the toilets somewhere in the center. So because the center of a home is actually where our heart is a very important sector for many lah. HDB don't come after me, I'm just giving
okay.
my opinion, yeah. So that's one thing I find like, 为什么是中公司那个厕所嘞? Yeah, I feel like
shouldn't be. By right, 那个是那个聚宝位, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and it affects everyone in the family.
Superstition you secretly find quite funny.
Before I got married, right? I was told that don't buy a partner, don't buy my partner a shoe lah, because they will run away.
Oh yes. Actually, still today, my friends, right? Like they say, 今天 what you want for birthday? Then I was like, oh, the slipper 坏了。他讲 I can buy for you lah, but you need to give me $1. Then I'm like,
yeah, correct.
几岁30多岁 not like you're 60 from the last generation. You still believe in this?
You do worry, right? And just give $1.
Just give, yeah, it's not a lot lah, or 一个意思啦, yeah.
一个意思 correct.
Yeah. HDB, condo or landed, which is the most challenging to do feng shui for?
Okay, the landed lah, because got a lot of stairs to climb, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay, I won't say it's challenging, but yeah, if you are talking about like in terms of the duration to spend there, of course, for a landed, we do need to see more areas around the property. Yeah, it will take more time and more effort for sure.
Understand. What is your favorite pastime when you're not like dwindling in feng shui?
Okay, I think we'll be spending time with my friends lah. I do have a group of very close friends who are friends about at least 20 years, my secondary school friends. Yeah, so this group of friends really they have seen me, every side of me, Yeah, so now when especially during this period, right, it's very busy for me.
Yeah.
And I do actually like spending time with this group of friends, because I feel very relaxed and I feel very recharged every time after I like spend time with them, because we can talk about anything, it can be very silly things. Yeah, and I think that one would be something that other than work, I do look forward to spending very good quality time with them.
I think we have really learned a lot from you today. And of course, you're a very busy person. But to close off our episode, can you let our audience know where they can find you on social media?
Oh, yes. So our socials, we are known as Kang Li Feng Shui.
Yeah.
All right. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. And on Facebook, we are known as parent company is Kang Li Mineral Kingdom. And then there's a Chinese word, the Kang Li Feng Shui. So you can look under these mentions. And there will be information for you to, there'll be content for you to learn as well.
Or you can go to Fulu Show Complex and find him at his shop.
Yes.
If he's there lah. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Clement, for your time. And wishing you 马到成功，步步高升 in the new year.
Same goes for you. 一切顺利，心想事成 and most importantly, 身体要健康。